Today, I will be telling you what the first initial singularity was like. By this, I mean that if there was ever any universe before ours, or if there were many before, then what the first one that ever existed first started out as. We might be the first universe, but that is very unlikely, because our initial singularity contained information that had some sort of order and allowed for things like atoms to form, which probably wouldn't have been likely in the very first singularity. Also, the first initial singularity was formed at the same moment that time was formed. This is because as long as time exists, something physical also has to exist, otherwise there wouldn't be time. And because time was always a thing, this means that the first initial singularity was formed infinite years ago. I don't know how time decided to start, but in a world of pure emptiness, time doesn't exist, so a single instant could also be infinite years. And once infinite years are reached, all the impossible things become possible. But time can't really exist unless a physical object that can be affected by time also exists. And because space-time wasn't a thing back then, the thing that came into existence was infinitely small, and was in the form of a singularity. It is likely that the mass in this singularity wasn't very heavy, and that it did not turn into a big bang in an extremely long time. But there is no way of knowing exactly how much it weighed, because we obviously weren't there to watch it. All we know is that it had mass, and it was not zero-dimensional, because time can't really exist in zero dimensions. If I could guess, it would have probably been a single elementary particle that formed, because it isn't likely that the very first initial singularity would be that complex. But if this initial singularity only contained a single fundamental particle, then how would it have turned into a Big Bang, since a single particle's weak force obviously would never overcome the strong force? Well, given an infinite amount of years, since infinite years is the same as never, all the things that would never happen would happen. And the resulting universe would probably have collapsed within the first Planck second. So yeah, that is what I would think the first initial singularity would have been like. All of this is just me guessing, because there is no true way of actually finding out about this. Anyways, see you next week, and bye.